Hello, everyone. NAWBO California, all our amazing California chapters. I am here with Lavada and Melissa, who will introduce themselves in just a minute. My name is Margaret Hernandez, and we are here to talk about the annual Propel conference in Sacramento. And we have lots of things to share, and I'm just really excited to be part of this. I got to come here and stand by this amazing chapter, this amazing organization to support marketing. And it's my passion. NAWBO is my passion. And just excited to be here. Melissa, tell us who you are.
Sure. So my name is Melissa Northway. I'm with TruePath Financial Insurance Services here in Orange County. I'm a financial services professional and insurance agent. And I'm super excited to be here today and chat with you. I'm the NAWBO California president for a few more months. And then I hand the reins over to Lavada English. So we're excited to chat about Propel and NAWBO. So thank you so much, Margaret. Appreciate it.
I want to say that we met very briefly at WBC in Austin, and it's been really nice to work with you this last month that we've been working together. Lavada, what about yourself? Tell us a little bit about what you do and who you are.
Yes. Hi, I'm Lavada English, and I am the founder and CEO of Bright Places Incorporated. I am a proud member of the National Association for Women's Business Owners. They have been instrumental in helping me to build connections and strong relationships. And in my business, I help leaders and teams, I like to say, play in the sandbox better. I'm a culture coach and HR strategist, and I'm excited to be here today.
Awesome. And I just realized that I just said this is Margaret, and I didn't say what it is that I do. I have a marketing agency, SocializeLA. And this is my 15th year in business, and I am a passionate member of NAWBO, and NAWBO California for me has been instrumental. So it was one of the best decisions I ever made for my marketing company. So that, right? But thank you so much for introducing yourselves. Again, Lavada, it's been really nice to work alongside with you as well, and the whole committee, and Tara Laurel events, just awesome. Now I have been to Propel several times, and one of the most exciting things for me, which I will ask one of you, whichever one is more passionate about it, or maybe you give us both angles, but tell us about the new venue. How exciting is this?
Yeah, we're super excited, Lavada. If you don't mind, and then you can chime in too. But we wanted to have a hotel that was close to the Capitol, because so much of NAWBO and Propel is about advocacy. And so on the third day, we're going to be walking to the Capitol, meeting our local legislators. So that was a big part of it. And then the Kimpton Sawyer is just absolutely beautiful. It's owned by the Sacramento Kings, which is kind of unusual. I think they're the only basketball team in the country that owns a hotel. So there's a lot of energy and excitement and around the hotel, and where it's located is right downtown. So we're really excited. We loved it so much that we reserved it for next year for Lavada.
Yes.
Right? So we'll be there next year as well.
And this was a venue that wasn't available before. So I feel like we used to be at one of the better hotels in Sacramento, but I think now this part of the city is like the place to be. What about you, Lavada?
Yeah, it's beautiful. We were able to have the conference there a few years ago.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. And you're sort of in the heart of everything. The parks are there, like Melissa said, shopping. So you get to experience all of the good nuggets about business growth and connecting with amazing women and NAWBROs, by the way, because we have our guys that come out and support us. So come on, NAWBROs. While you are enjoying a beautiful environment. And, I snuck away and I bought these cute little pink jellies, Hills. Last time when we were at the Kimpton. So yeah, they were a big hit at the awards ceremony. So
I love that. No, when you can mix the two, when you can mix your business and your pleasure, that is, because guess what? so many people are probably on the fence, like, should I go? I'm so busy. Like, I have business, I have family, I have friends, I have all these things to do. Melissa, what would you say to someone who's like, I'm just not sure? I mean, I know you're going to say you should go,
Yeah.
but getting into the heart of it, it's like,
Yeah.
it's maybe it's a financial thing, maybe it's a time thing, maybe it's just maybe I need to do something for myself.
That's actually a really good point. I mean, as a financial services professional, and my passion is really about empowering women in their money. That's why I got in the business, because the gap of financial literacy, we're not seeing the same kind of knowledge that's passed on to women. And so one of the things I always tell women, if you have a business, like, you need to invest in your business. And that is your best. I think it was Warren Buffett who said, an investment in yourself pays the best dividends, something along those lines. And it's so true. And NAWBO, for me, I've been part of many different organizations. But I have to say, NAWBO, as far as, return on my time and energy with the amount of business that has been brought to my own, company, has been, 10,000% return, So I always tell people, the more you put into NAWBO, the more you're going to be getting out of it. And I've met some of my best girlfriends through the organization. What I love about it is that we're all business owners. So we're super intentional, of how can I support you? When we get on and one-on-ones and we're meeting them for lunch, it's like, hey, how can I support you in your business? And this is what I do. And so there's definitely a give and take. It's not one-sided. And we all get it. We're all out here trying to make things happen. And so we're very mindful about supporting each other. And that's really what NAWBO is. And that's what NAWBO Propel is set up. We've been literally planning this before I was even incepted as the president. So this has been, 8-9 months of planning. We're really making sure everything is very top notch. So we're very excited.
Yeah. Well, from what I'm gathering from your answer, from what you just told us, really what you did, you defined what NAWBO is. And I will say, attending these events, especially when it's gathering multiple chapters, it's a very special thing. Just like when you go to the national conference and you get all these states together, it's something so powerful. It's hard to put in words, and marketing for a lot of chapters, and for NAWBO, it's so hard to say, how do I encapsulate how beautiful and perfect and amazing this is?
Yeah, it's true.
But Melissa, that was really nice. Lavada, what about you? What would you tell someone who's not sure if they should come, or even if they're not even a member yet, or they're not sure if they even want to engage?
Listen, if you don't go, you won't know.
Very true.
If you don't show up, right? If you don't show, it won't flow, right? If you don't get in it, you can't win it, right?
Yeah.
If you don't connect, you can't project.
I love it. Right? Yeah.
How many times do we have to tell that you need to get to Propel? So you win. I mean, I don't know how do you articulate benefits of, the long-term benefits over time of connecting with people, growing with people, building relationships, like Melissa said, and having fun, while you grow your business. I mean, people are invested. They're there. Our sponsors are there because they're invested, in your growth. They want to see you thrive. These sponsors, they don't put their money somewhere where it's going to be wasted, right? Yeah. They're putting their money here for a reason. So you need to get in and don't overthink it, right? This organization is celebrating, what is it, 50 years next year, ladies?
Sure, yeah.
Duh, we've got to be doing something right if it's 50 years. So what you're missing, you don't know what you're missing, unless you show up. And we can't always fully articulate it, but I can tell you that the best thing I've ever done for my business, my friendships, and my career is to be connected with people with like mindsets. And we have an amazing conference. We're the only state that has 11 chapters. And we're the only state that has a state chapter.
That's right.
And we can only make it better and grow and continue to be an example for women who come after us, our daughters, the young ladies that we have in our Next Gen program, we can only be an example if we get in there and we continue to grow it, and we continue to grow our businesses, and we continue to, just take it over. I mean, it's our time. It's our time. So come to Propel so we can give you more of those nuggets.
Yeah, I love it.
That is beautiful. And we did one of the social media posts that we did in the last 10 to 14 days was thanking those who have done Propel year after year. And it's just a growth. It's just a growth and a build. One perspective that I would also like to talk about, and I'm happy to give because I'm living this. So being in business for 15 years, my first Propel was probably 8 or 9 or no, like 11 years ago. It had to be. I went to Propel last year. I almost knew no one.
Wow.
So if you are someone who thinks, well, I've already done that, I've already been there, I already know everyone. If you are still in business and you are still wanting to grow your business, these are relationships that need to be maintained because new people come in. I did not know these two women, phenomenal women, but I didn't know them. And I thought I knew kind of most people that were in California leadership. So that really, really taught me that you just always have to be up because things change, people change, and our businesses evolve. How much, when I do speak to someone who met me 10 years ago, well, I'd like them to know who I am now and not who I was 10 years ago.
How about that, Margaret? That's a good point. Yeah.
Right? So I think that's another really great perspective. And Lavada, I want to, you mentioned something on our call the other day, and tell me about who you're bringing to the event. It's mainly your daughter.
Yes. So I have 3 amazing daughters. They're all business owners. One of them is a Broadway actress now. She just had her Broadway debut. My middle girl she does a lot of social media marketing. She's a photographer. She's an influencer. And my oldest daughter is the founder and owner of Lauren's Garden. So she will be there at the conference, and it's amazing. And she's a Next Gen member of NAWBO. And I just think it's important for us to, as women who've been in business, many of us for years, to bring our daughters along and bring the young ladies in our lives that are our nieces or like daughters, and teach them, and connect them. Because, like I tell my daughter, Lauren, it's okay to be online, but it's nothing like shaking a hand.
Right.
You have to be in person. You can't grow your business just with social media. It has to complement your business savvy, right? Your gravitas. People have to see that. They have to, the old adage, right? They have to know, like, and love you.
That's it.
And there's dimensions to that. There's the online dimension, and then there's the in-person dimension, and the doors that are open for you when people know you and they're invested in your success. Many of the women in our organizations are at the amazing point in their career where they can open doors for other women. And they want to do that, but they need to know you, right? Because they have to trust you with those relationships. Right? You're not going to see all of the funding marketed or advertised. There are rooms that you want to be in. You know what they say in Hamilton? We want to be in the room where it happens. Propel is the room where it happens.
Yep.
Right. So we want to make sure that you are bringing your daughters, right? And come meet my daughter as well. And there's young women that are coming out when we go to the different chapter events, and she's excited because she's meeting other women who are like-minded. We need folks that think like us to be in the room together.
And getting them comfortable in the room.
Yes.
Getting comfortable being uncomfortable. I mean, it's like, do you really think that we like to go to places where we don't know a single person? And now I have to muster up a conversation. I don't even like small talk. It's one of my worst pet peeves. So you talk to me, I'm going to say, what are you excited about in your business right now? Because I don't care how you're doing, because I know you're just going to tell me fine. But these are things that I've learned and that I'm confident in. These are things. Imagine me at my first Propel. I was probably so scared.
Mhm.
Sure, it is a little nerve-wracking, putting yourself out there, but I think, Laveda really touched on something, show up. Show up for yourself and show up for your life. And I feel like NAWBO is unique from other organizations, is that we actually change laws for women in business. Right?
Mhm.
We are there on the forefront getting laws changed like in 1988. I always share that with people because people are shocked. Before then, women couldn't get a bank loan.
Yeah.
If she had a bank loan for her business, and NAWBO was one of the reasons that got changed in 1988.
Yep.
So you're not only meeting amazing women and being present for yourself and showing up for yourself, you
Yep.
also are actually literally making history and changing
Yeah.
history for women. I think that's so
Yeah.
powerful. We can't forget that.
In a minute, I'd like you each to think about what you're most looking forward to for this conference. And while you're doing that, Melissa, I want to just touch on something because I used to be of the mindset, I was 28 when I started my company. When you said the word advocacy to me, I was like running the other way. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I'm trying to grow a business.
Yeah.
But what I did was I started at Propel. And I didn't say, I would walk with everyone to the Capitol. I would not say a word because I had nothing to say. I had no idea. But slowly and surely, paired with the national experience, which, by the way, National Advocacy NAWBO Days is coming up in June, which I highly recommend. Same thing there. For the first few years, I didn't say a word. Well, now I'm happy to go talk to any of my representatives by myself. The thing is, and someone asked me, well, what's NAWBO doing now? What are they? NAWBO is working on behalf of women business owners and also small businesses. Small businesses still get rights, get to play because that's really who our base is. But there are things that impact us. Right now, one of the things that's sounding an alarm in my head is the differentiation between a small business and hopefully a micro business.
Yes.
Because a small business cannot be compared. $1 million small business, which is awesome, cannot be compared to a $7 million.
Right.
We just
With up to 250 employees.
with 200.
Right.
We can't
Right.
play in the same space for the same jobs and whatnot. But anyway, so I just want to, anyone who's just like, is this about advocacy? Yes, there's an advocacy piece. The advocacy piece, if you don't want to touch that or don't want to understand it yet, I get that. But just being there and feeling the power of all these women walking into the Capitol, into the Rotunda, is something very, very special. So with that, I'm gonna hand it over to either of you to get us started. What are you most excited about for Propel 2024?
Yeah. So Margaret, I just want to say, sort of piggybacking on what you were saying as well, is that advocacy is the defined, right? Because I've had other business owners say to me, what is advocacy exactly? It's simply you supporting, pushing forward for legislation that supports an initiative that matters to you, right?
Right.
And like Margaret said, small businesses matter to us, and also women business owners matter to us, right? So we are instrumental in ensuring that we stay in the game and we win the game, right? So we just want to make sure that you know exactly what advocacy is. And with that, that's one of the things that I look forward to at Propel. Because like Margaret, I was taught to go to my legislator, go to my representatives by my NAWBO sisters. And it was funny because my family, I'm originally from Philadelphia, we have a legacy, my grandmother, my aunts, of fighting for legislation, sitting on boards across the city and making sure that people who are sometimes forgotten are seen, right? So it sort of brought that all back for me. It's like my grandmother was talking to me on my shoulder, like, you have a responsibility.
Yeah.
And this is why you're here. So NAWBO sort of brought that home for me in a personal way.
Yeah.
That, wait, I should have been here. This is a legacy for my family. We would not be here if it not had been for people who fought for us over the years. And here's another fun thing. That Broadway play that my daughter is in, it's called SUFS, and it's about women's rights to vote.
Oh, I love it.
All of this in my ecosystem and my atmosphere is coming together personally for me. And one of the things that I really, really admire about Propel is that it teaches folks like me and Margaret and Melissa, and women and men to fight for legislation for women and women business owners. Because when we make money, when we make a difference, we save the village.
Yeah.
we, it's still true.
Yeah.
When you
It
teach
is. It's
a woman,
true.
you teach
Yeah.
a village. So
Yeah.
that's one of the things I'm looking for. And then I'm looking forward, Margaret, to having fun, and learning while we're having fun and meeting more women. And you all heard me say this before. I'm looking forward to us walking away with tangible, applicable items, right, that we can use right away for our business. I don't want to just talk about theory. I want us to walk away with, and we will walk away with, things we can do to grow our business that day, that next day. So yeah, all that. I'm looking forward to all those things.
All the above. I love it.
Love it.
I love it. And I feel like, Lavada, I feel like, things come full circle, right? And I think as we get older, we really do realize that things are put in our path for a reason. So I love that your family has that history of being involved. And, even if your family doesn't have that history, you can start it with you.
Get started.
And being a mother of daughters, right? I have a daughter, she's 17 and awesome. Love her to death. I feel like I need to show her that, because they look at you. We teach without words, right? So they're watching our every move. And so she's seeing that I'm part of this organization that's changing laws. Last year, I was so inspired, Margaret. Some of the women legislators were up there on stage, and they were talking about how we just don't have enough women in office. And they were talking about, they were like one of, just a really handful of women. And in that moment, I was like, wow, do I need to run for office? We need more women in office. But that's the kind of I'm not saying I will, but I'm just saying that's the kind of inspiration I came away with at Propel. Not only, meeting other women business owners, but I was like, wow, I really, really want to be making a difference. And so you, as much as you put into NAWBO, you're going to get out. And that includes, meeting with other women and just be intentional. With my job, I'm here to be of service to people. I'm not here to sell. And I would come and approach Propel the same way of getting to know the other attendees. How can we support each other and come in with a give take type of mentality. And I'm telling you that in and of itself, that kind of, mentality, I feel like that grows your business 10 times what it would have been, so it's very much a give take kind of relationship. But I'm as excited with Lavada. We've got so many fun things this year, some new additions. We've got
our keynote. What about our keynote? Amazing. Our Shantae Lowe.
Yeah, Shantae Lowe. She's from National Life Group. That's the company that we partnered with. She's a 4-time Olympian, bronze medalist, mom, breast cancer survivor. I've seen her speak, and she is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Very inspirational. And then Jen Earl, president of NAWBO National. She'll be there along with some other board members. And then Lavada's got a great panel. If you want to talk real quick about that, the 360 business.
Yes, we have a panel, 360 Your Business. We're going to have some amazing speakers on the panel. We have an attorney that will share with us. We also have a financial representative, and then we have an insurance rep. And I'm so sorry I don't have their names in front of me right now, but they are going to give drop knowledge. And so we need to be in the room so that we can walk away with the inside tips that they're going to give us about protecting your business all the way around 360.
Right. I love that.
Yeah, we've got an attorney that Lavada has worked with. She's going to talk about the legal documents you need to have in place. We've got Kristen Cook from National Life Group. She's going to be talking about the insurance that you want to have in place for your business to protect yourself, things that we need to have. And if you're in a partnership, and, little fun facts, like in the state of California, if you have one or more employees, you need to set up a retirement plan for them. So not every small business can afford that, right? That's 401k can be very pricey for a small business owner. So those are just some very important information that we'll be sharing, and then solutions on, okay, if these laws are coming into place, what are the solutions that I can afford?
Mhm.
And then we've got Karma Lacey from Rev Hub North Star about access to capital, how we go about it, which organizations we can approach. And she's a new sponsor this year. We're real excited to work with them.
Yeah.
And our attorney is Chinwe Ahanale,
Mhm.
Ahanale Law. She's an amazing next gen member that'll be on the panel.
Nice.
And she helps you understand your trademark, your copyright laws, and the things that we forget as we are so busy
That's right.
being busy in our business.
Yeah.
We need to understand how to protect ourselves and our intellectual property.
Yeah.
So she will be glad to share that. So thank you, Melissa, for mentioning the other two.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm just so excited. So I asked Lavada to please, take this because, she knows a lot of good people, and we really want to make sure that women walk away out of that room. Lavada is it's going to be very interactive. We're going to have them work, kind of a worksheet. So again, people are going to come away with a call to action to-do list from Propel on how to elevate and improve their business.
And Margaret, also Bank of America is going to be meeting with people individually. Oh my gosh. They are sending bankers out to do 10-minute to 15-minute meetings with you to discuss your financial options. And I mean, come on, it's all in the you're going to walk away with so much. Anyway, I'm going to let Margaret ask more questions because we can go on and on.
This is great.
We're excited. You can tell.
Yeah, no, we'll wrap up soon, but just based on what you all just shared. So what I would say, because we're talking to people who are maybe just starting their business versus been in business for 30, 40 years. Laws change, things change.
Right.
We're not doing everything we should as a business owner. Okay. So come with an open mind. And even if you think, oh, do I really need that? There's a time in my business where I would come to conferences and I wouldn't go to a single session. I'm just going to be real honest because people like that exist. We exist. But some of those times I was definitely cheating myself, but other times I just needed the downtime. What I wanted was the engagement, the networking, the talking, and the fun. So I get it. But whatever you need Propel to be, I'm letting you know from someone who has seen Propel over the years and someone who just engaged this last month to support you all, what I've learned and how I've seen the interaction with the sponsors has been really special. And so everyone wants to really just evolve Propel. And I think I know this is going to be a killer year for everyone who attends.
Yeah.
Walking away with something, a new idea, or just feeling refreshed about business again and whatnot. But that's actually it for my questions.
So Margaret, before you go, but there's so much more, right? I always think this. That's there's so much more. We didn't even talk about our Gucci bag giveaway.
Okay, do it. There's always room for Gucci.
It's like we have a swag bag with so many goodies in it that it's ridiculous. Like, what is it, like $600 worth of goodies in this swag bag? It's stupid crazy. Like, this is so much fun. And we're going to make sure that we make it exciting and because that's what we deserve as women. We put in a lot of time. We wear a lot of hats and we're business owners. So, we deserve it all. And it's just going to be, our award ceremony, our Women's Business Owner of the Year award ceremony. That's going on as well. We have reception going on. We have a lounge room that's being hosted by one of our sponsors. So, I mean, you're going to have to choose where you want to be, ladies. But we have vendors. It's just going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited.
Yeah. I love that. NAWBO things are always fun. I always will have a good time. So that's in the bag.
It's in the bag. Yes.
But anyway, any last thoughts as we wrap up?
Yeah, it looks like Melissa might be having a little technical difficulty.
Problem.
I think don't delay. Don't delay. Tickets are going fast. We want to see you there. Sign up now. Rooms are going fast.
Mhm.
You know, I'm driving. If you need to ride with somebody, jump in the car and just,
Yeah.
you know, just
Yeah.
and we'll be waiting for you. We're waiting for you. We've
Yeah.
been waiting for you. So come.
I drove one year with a friend, and that was so much fun. So,
Yeah.
okay, well, you know what? This will be our cue to end. My name's Margaret Hernandez. It's been awesome to be here. We will absolutely be doing this again, maybe bringing on some of our speakers just to talk about what's happening. And we look forward to seeing you. Have
All
an
right.
awesome
Thank you so much, Margaret.